and his name is Brett Baty. He plays for the New York Mets. He's a 23-year-old. He was drafted in 2019, first round, 12 overall, out of Austin, Texas. I really like Brett Baty. I really do. Let's start in 2019. 2019 was not a terrific year for Brett Baty. Matter of fact, I think his prospect status plummeted pretty hard in 2019. You're going to see an ebb and a flow with him. He batted 234 across 3 different levels. He had 188 at bats, 234 on base, 368, slugged 452, 7 home runs, no stolen bases. That's not what Brett Baty's going to be.
He's not a part of the game.
Not part of his game. He ended up in a short ball. And we had the missed year of 2020. And in 2021 is when the ebb and the flow came. So it came and popped back up. He had 332 at bats between 2 different levels. He had A+ league and AA. Aggregate, he batted 292, on base 382, slugged 473 with 12 home runs. He did have 6 stolen bases. Let's put it out there. 22 doubles. So overall, 2021 was a good year for Brett Baty. His prospect status started shooting up the boards again. 2022, the majority of the year he played in AA, which I love AA stats. I eat them up. I love it. I think that's the best competition in the minors. And he did get a short call up to the AAA league. But overall, he had 362 at bats. He batted 315, on base percentage 410, and had a slugging of 533. OPS 943. So it's in that range that I really enjoy. Anything above 925, you're getting into some pretty remarkable stuff. 19 home runs, like I said, and his prospect status is back on the board, and we're going to see him in New York next year. What do you got on Brett Baty?
Brett Baty's an interesting one from the perspective of, I don't think I've really ever been too hot on this guy. I think maybe you're right. As you were walking through that, it kind of made me think about this a little bit, but that 2019 might have left a sour taste in my mouth that I just haven't shook. You have to love, regardless of whether you are like me and you're just kind of like, you write him off and you just don't even think about him again. You have to love the trend of his career right now. As he's moving up and moving closer to the major leagues, he's getting better. He's hitting more. He's hitting with more power. That's exactly what you want to see. So I can't really make any qualms about that. It looks nice. And
yeah.
He's still, he'll be 23 years old, probably spend quite a bit of time in the major leagues this year, if not the entire season. So it's good. He's a guy that you probably want to think about a little bit more than I have. He grades out with a 60 hit tool, a 55 for power, and the speed is negligible, as we mentioned before. He gets a comp to Nick Kasaski. He played a lot of his career with the Cincinnati Reds and had his best season during his only season with the Boston Red Sox, where he hit 30 home runs and hit 277 with a 500 slugging percentage. Garnered some MVP votes that year. So a decent career. I think it's looks like a good comp. I think this is a guy you got to pay attention to.
Yeah. Big guy too.
The strikeout rate it's a little high.
It's not crazy.
It's not crazy, and it's improving. You can see this looking from 2019 to 2021 to 2022. It's gone down every single year. So while the OPS has gone up every year, the strikeout rate has gone down. Like, you have to love that trend. You have to love that trend. You look at every single one of his statistical lines and they've gone up. Average, OBP, slugging, OPS, obviously. Home runs, you know, yeah.
Yeah. What is he? Is he go get him?
Well, I think his stock is probably a little too elevated already to say he's a full go get him, because you're going to pay a price for him. I think he's got some decent potential in front of him. He's got that really nice trend, but you're gonna have to pay a premium for him.
Yeah. And he's only 23. Won't be 24 till August.
Yeah.
Probably has 200 at bats in the majors at that point.
What about for you, Brian? Is he a go get him?
Oh yeah, he's been a go get him for a little while for me.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and of course visit our website, scoutthestatline.com for more.